this day marks a real transition for the city of Salem. We're going to have the physical reality, finally, because I know y'all been watching this spot wondering what was ever going to happen here. We're going to have the physical reality of a new police department. I want you to kind of understand how this fits into the work the city has been doing, because there are other projects we'll be talking to you about over the next few years. The city has been involved in a strategic planning process. Things like this don't happen by accident. They happen with your vote. Thank you very much. The City Council has outlined 6 priorities for the city: a safe community, a welcoming and livable community, a strong and diverse economy, safe, reliable, efficient infrastructure, natural environment stewardship, and good governance. And the construction of this station hits on every one of those values. We are so thrilled with what's happened here. The new station will make our community safer. We will finally have a front door that will readily be visible to the community. For those of you that have ever really tried to find the police department in City Hall and weren't sure where to go, thank you for trying. You could also have tried our website to see if you could find it. We kind of set it up that way, apparently. Victims will be able to pull up in front of the building and easily identify where to get help. This is something we've not had for 46 years in this community. With the help of the architects at CB2 and DLR Group, this will be a beautiful building and campus that will showcase Salem as welcoming and livable community. It's situated on a major thoroughfare for visitors coming to Salem to visit, to see our community. We'll have a station with dedicated community rooms in which people can gather to receive training or conduct neighborhood meetings or just to gather. This is going to be a friendly and beautiful building. It will contribute to a safe, reliable, and efficient infrastructure. This station will be built to public safety specifications, meaning it will survive most natural disasters and will be functioning to help the community in the aftermath of any major event like that. The city's Emergency Operations Center will have the ability to operate out of this state-of-the-art facility during natural disasters. As mayor, one of my goals is to promote jobs and economic development. The construction of this station will draw needed dollars into the Salem community. We're hopeful that local businesses will embrace this endeavor and will take advantage of the opportunity to help economically strengthen Salem. The station is being built to modern sustainability standards, making it efficient and environmentally friendly. It has an eye to the future, and this site will be a real opportunity to showcase Mill Creek and its natural beauty that flows through the back of this site. Finally, the construction of this station represents good governance. With input from the community, city staff, and elected officials, we have members of the city council here today. This station, I hope, demonstrates a responsible management of public funds. Decisions about this building, as it goes on, will be transparent and timely. We hope you'll follow the construction here. As mayor, I'm pleased to see this day finally here. I know all of you must feel the same way. We've watched this now for a long time. We've been waiting for several years through 2 bond measures, and we're finally here today. The community's support for this project is a direct reflection of the outstanding work our officers do for this community day in and day out. I hope you'll join me in applauding the work they do. Their hard work and dedication to the people of this community is immeasurable. Again, I want to thank each and every one of you for supporting the police department, the city of Salem, and the construction of this new police station. And it's now my pleasure to introduce Salem, really the state's best, if not the nationally best police chief, Jerry Moore.
Well, thank you all for being here. This is obviously a great day for us, a big day for this community and for our officers. Most of us know, most of us that are working in the police department now, I think everyone knows one building, and that's the one we're in. But I'm really pleased to see some of the officers that actually worked in the old City Hall that would come out and join us today, because I know they remember what it was like when they needed a new building as well. So we're really fortunate that they're here, and it really is a big deal. It's an end of an era in some respects. A lot of hard work went into this, and the most often asked question in the city of Salem will no longer be able to be asked. When I go to work, when I'm at the gym, when I'm at the movie theater, when I'm at the supermarket, everyone asks me, when are you going to do something on that site? And that day is finally here. So I don't know what I'm going to do with all my free time, but I'm sure I'll find something. You know, 2 years ago, almost to the day, I think we lost the first bond measure for this. And my phone rang, and it was Dick with Nell. And he asked if I could meet him and Jerry Frank down at the Conditorey for a meeting. And I'll never forget that day, because both Dick and Jerry said, Jerry, we failed you. We didn't stand up as a community, and we didn't back you, and that's not going to happen again. And through their hard work and their perseverance, they helped create the Friends of Salem Police, which helped us with our campaigning. They answered questions. They helped share the word about the need for this new police facility. And if it weren't for the work of people like Dick and Jerry and John Hawkins and others, we wouldn't be here today. So I think you all deserve a big applause, so thank you. There are so many people I would like to thank here today, because a lot goes into this. I know Steve has mentioned, and the mayor has mentioned the architects and those, and we will talk a little bit more about some of those folks in a moment. But there's several people that I really want to make sure that I recognize here today. First of all, the members of the mayor's Blue Ribbon Task Force, who really steered the vision of where we ended up today. They came together, a group of citizens and elected officials who worked hard to create the vision of what this facility was going to be. They paved the way for our ability to go to our city council and ask for the permission, if you will, to put out a bond measure for this facility. So the Blue Ribbon Task Force deserves a lot of credit. Our mayors, Anna Peterson and Chuck Bennett, and probably some before that, because this has been a long, drawn-out effort to create a new police facility, but our mayors deserve a great amount of credit. A bunch of hardworking and thoughtful counselors who have been instrumental in moving this forward, that recognize the need and the magnitude of this project, asked us tough questions, but paved the way for us to get where we are. Our city managers, Linda Norris, and of course our current city manager, Steve Powers, who did so much to help us move this forward, and we wouldn't be here without the work that they all did. But as the mayor said, most of all, all of you out here, the Salem voters who listened and learned about the need and cast your ballot to approve a $62 million bond measure that will help us create, as the mayor said, a state-of-the-art police facility that our officers now and in the future will be able to use to help this community protect it and keep it safe. So thank you for being here. today. I look forward to 2 years from now when we can actually thank you again as we walk through the new building. So what I would say is we have a lot of equipment out here finally, so let's get it on and get this building built. So thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate it.
I just want to again echo the comments of the mayor and the chief of thanking the people that got us here to this point, but I also want to thank the people that are responsible for the next steps and where we have gotten to today. So I want to thank, of course, City of Salem Public Works Department, because they have been a huge partner in this and will continue to be a partner for us in this. And as you know, CB2 Architects and the DLR group have helped with the design, and you'll see in coming days more of the design. Archaeological Investigations Northwest, who helped us do the digging on the site. That's why you see some of the barricades up, so you don't fall into those historical holes, because we want to be done with that part of the digging and start building. And then also the Lisa Lino and the other members of the Confederated Tribes of the Grand Ronde, who helped oversee some of that archaeological digging and got us to the point where we can move on with the construction of the building. And of course, J.E. Dunn and Day CPM, who are our owner's rep and our construction guys that are going to start operating this equipment. So we're going to move into the shovel ceremony, and then so we're going to have a couple of formal pictures with the mayor and the city council and city manager, and then we'll take those photos, and then we'll let other folks move up here, and I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But I just want to clear up one question. I want to answer that right now. Is no, I do not have the keys to any of that equipment, and no, nobody is driving that equipment today. So don't ask. So if the city manager and the city council would come on up. Ready?
Okay.